Greetings, Poke fans! Michael here, and welcome to another episode of My Pokemon Stories, where I tell you guys some stories from my Pokemon past that are fun, interesting, or awful, and then give you guys the chance to share some of yours down in the comments below. But before we get into the video, you may have noticed I am wearing my MandJTV logo shirt that is from my brand new merch store. If you missed the announcement during Pokemon Talk a week ago, or earlier in this week in some of the Let's Plays, I've just launched a brand new merch store. The link is down in the description below. Got lots of cool merch there that you can get, and I also put a code in the description that will give you 10% off if you use it before March 14th, which I believe is this upcoming Tuesday if you're watching this on the day it came out. But anyways, I would really appreciate it if you check that out, but we're going to get into the video right now. It is going to be all of my shiny Pokemon. I'm going to be showing off my shiny Pokemon that I have obtained throughout my years as a Pokemon trainer that are all on my Pokemon Sun and Moon version. And then you guys can tell about some of your shiny Pokemon down in the comments below, if you have any, which I hope you do, because it's really exciting to find them. So, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first shiny Pokemon I'm going to show you guys is the first shiny Pokemon that I ever found. Fearo. I found it in my leaf green version back when I was 10 years old, I think. And it was obviously very exciting. It is not the first shiny Pokemon I ever encountered. The first one I encountered was an Electrike, but that one I ran out of Pokeballs trying to catch. This one I actually caught successfully. I spent a ton of times on the 7th Sevi Island, because I used that to level up Pokemon in my attempt to complete the Kanto and Johto Pokedex, which I did eventually do. And there are a lot of Fearos there, so obviously being there that often, it was statistically likely that I was eventually going to run into a shiny one. So I did. I caught it, nicknamed it Shiny because I am extremely clever, and it is now in my Pokemon Sun and Moon version. I have had it all this time, have barely used it because I was like level 85 Blastoise when I caught it, so I didn't need another Pokemon, but obviously very exciting, my first ever shiny, and it makes me happy that I still have it. So the next one is this Rhyperior. I attempted some Poke-Radar chaining back in my, I believe it was my Platinum version, I'm not sure, might have been my Diamond version, but I was attempting chaining for Chinese and got chaining for Chinese, lol. But chaining for shinies, and relatively early on, I found a Rhydon in one of the areas in the post-game island place. It was the route north of the resort area. I don't remember. It was like a desert type area. I don't remember. But I found a Rhydon relatively quickly, and didn't find another one after that. But I found it, caught it, evolved it with a protector at some point, and still have it. I have this cool shiny Rhyperior right here. The next one, so that was in Gen 4. I didn't catch a single shiny in Gen 5. Moving on to Gen 6, I caught this shiny and the next shiny over the course of 1 weekend. It was a 3-day weekend, but still, 2 in 3 days is a big deal. If you don't know, the Friends Safari in Pokemon X and Y has a boosted chance of finding shinies. I don't know what the number is, but it's substantially higher than anywhere else, and I was lucky enough to find this Gastrodon and this Lilipop over the course of 1 weekend. I found one on Saturday, and then the next one, and then, you know, didn't find any on Sunday, but then on Monday was Memorial Day, and I found one of them one day and the other one on the other. So that was really amazing that I found 2 shiny Pokemon in 1 weekend, both of which are not colored a whole lot differently from what they regularly look like, which I think is kind of funny that both of them are like close to normal. They just look desaturated or something, but finding 2 shiny Pokemon in 1 weekend was really spectacular luck. So the next shiny that I have is this shiny Kecleon that I nicknamed Cleo. I believe this is the luckiest shiny I have ever found, because not only was it full odds, but it was one of the Kecleons blocking the way that you have to use the, whatever the scope is. It's not the Sylph Scope, that's in Kanto, but whatever the scope is to find them, there's maybe 3 in the entire game, and one of my 3 was shiny. It was the one on Route 119, the part where you're riding the acro bike, and it blocks the way, and I was like, oh, well, I need to get the items up here, we'll just use it and I'll knock it out. Start the battle, and it's shiny. I mean, the only thing that's different is that its stripe is blue instead of red, but the fact that I found a shiny Kecleon when there are only 3 that you can find in the entire game, full odds, was a really big deal. So that was really, really exciting that I found that. The next shiny that I encountered was also in my Omega Ruby version, and it is this shiny Torchic. This Torchic, I was breeding for a competitive Blaziken, using a foreign Ditto and a local Blaziken, and so therefore that is Masuda method, so I had a boosted chance of finding a shiny, but I Masuda method breed pretty much any time I've been competitively breeding, and this is the only shiny egg I have ever found. So that was really exciting. Hatched this shiny Torchic. Unfortunately, it only has like 3 of the like 5 perfect IVs. It has 4 perfect IVs, but one of them's in the wrong one. I think it's in like special attack when it's supposed to be physical. And it does not have speed boost. It has Blaze, as you can see on the screen there. So not a useful Torchic for competitive at least, hence why it has never been leveled up. But the fact that I found one was obviously really exciting. So then the next shiny, that if you, it is not that Charizard. That Charizard is regular. Should have gone the other way. The next shiny is Hero. If you watched my son Let's Play, you remember this very vividly. Second episode of the series, randomly found a shiny Yungoos, lost my mind, got extremely excited, had it on the team for a little while until it started to get kind of outclassed because Gumshoos is kind of a weak Pokemon, unfortunately. But then I did box him, but to make myself feel better, I like to think that I put him in charge of Pokepelago. So he's the one who's like looking over, making sure everything's working, and he's very happy about it. He likes his, he's glad for retirement. So that is the second most recent shiny that I have found. And then the last one is Hero 2. I was EV training a little while ago, not that long. I think it was maybe like 3 weeks after finding the first one, and I was just EV training on Yungoos, and then suddenly just like EV training, like, you know, wasn't barely paying attention, looked down at, that one's purple. Another one, I found another shiny Yungoos within the span of a month. It was crazy. This one, I believe, was shiny charm odds, because I did complete the Alola Dex, but I'm not 100% positive on that. I'm pretty sure it's shiny. It was shiny charm odds. It was shiny charm odds. Jubilee's in the corner there. She said she'd be quiet, but she lied. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It was shiny charm odds, so there you go. That Hero 2, obviously, another shiny Yungoos. I mean, it makes sense. Name it after the first hero. But that is the most recent shiny that I have encountered myself. But I also have on here 3 shiny Pokemon that I got from trades. The first one is this shiny Dratini that I got from Wonder Trade Christmas. The first year, I believe. It was the first year of Wonder Trade Christmas, so Christmas of 2013. I got a lot of crap from that, but I also got a shiny Dratini, which was obviously really exciting. I believe it's competitively perfect, but I am not sure. And then I also got this Shift Tree, which I got from Wonder Trade. Was not Wonder Trade Christmas, just a random Wonder Trade, and it was a C-Dot, and I decided to level it up because I was trying to complete the Hoenn Pokedex in my Omega Ruby. The Dratini was gotten in X, this was gotten in Omega Ruby. I leveled it up because I needed Shift Tree and Nuzleaf for the Pokedex, so I figured why not just level up my shiny that I just got. And then the last one is Amp, the shiny Luxray. This was actually a gift from my relative William, who has been a longtime fan of the channel. He saw How Old Is Ash Ketchum when it had less than 100 views. 100, not 100,000. So he has been a longtime fan, really great guy, and one Christmas he said he wanted to give me a shiny Luxray as a gift, and so I have it. I still use it fairly regularly in the game, just like post-game stuff going around, you know, needing to level something up or whatever. I still use it, so that was a very nice gift from a very good friend. Alright guys, that is the end of all of my shiny Pokemon. I apologize if this video was maybe a bit shorter, you know, not as heavily edited, but I am actually currently at PAX East when you're seeing this, so had to get a lot of stuff done ahead of time, so want to make a video that would go pretty quickly. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. That would help me out a lot. And if you have watched this far in the video, you probably enjoy hearing me talk, so I would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'll make a bunch of Pokemon content that I am sure you will love. But also, be sure to comment below. I want to know about all of your shiny Pokemon and tell me how you found them. And if you don't have any shiny Pokemon yet, tell me which one you want the most. And if it's one that you can currently hunt in Sun and Moon, I definitely recommend it. Finding one is extremely exciting and rewarding. But if you've done all that, that is all I have for now. I will see you guys next week for another video. Well, actually tomorrow for a Let's Play. But that is all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, Pokefans, gotta catch them all!
Everybody wants to get down.